Have you ever encountered someone who just didn't seem trustworthy? Maybe you had a gut feeling, but you couldn't quite put your finger on why. Well, today, I'm here to give you 7 signs that you should not trust someone. 1. Inconsistency in words and actions. Inconsistency in words and actions refers to the discrepancy between what a person says and what they actually do. This can be a sign that someone is not trustworthy because it shows that their words and actions don't match, indicating that they may not be truthful or reliable. It's important to pay attention to this type of inconsistency as it can reveal important information about a person's character and whether or not they can be trusted. 2. Secrecy. Secrecy refers to the act of keeping information or actions hidden from others. When someone is secretive, it can indicate that they're trying to hide something, which can be a sign that they're not trustworthy. A lack of transparency in a person's behavior or communication can create an atmosphere of distrust and uncertainty. While it's natural for people to want privacy and to keep some things to themselves, excessive secrecy can erode trust and damage relationships. 3. History of lying. A history of lying refers to a pattern of dishonesty in a person's past. When someone has a history of lying, it can indicate that they have a tendency to deceive others, which can make it difficult to trust them. People who lie regularly often struggle to establish trustworthy relationships because lying undermines trust and creates a lack of confidence in a person's truthfulness. If someone has a history of lying, it's important to approach future interactions with caution and to verify information before accepting it as truth. 4. Blaming others constantly. Constantly blaming others refers to the habit of attributing failure or fault to others rather than taking responsibility for one's own actions. This type of behavior can be a sign that someone is not trustworthy because it shows that they are unwilling to admit their mistakes and take responsibility for their actions. People who constantly blame others are often perceived as unreliable, as they do not show accountability for their own behavior. This type of behavior can erode trust in a relationship and make it difficult to work effectively with others. 5. Tendency to manipulate others. A tendency to manipulate others refers to the act of using deceitful or underhanded methods to control or influence the behavior of others. This type of behavior can be a sign that someone is not trustworthy, as it indicates that they are not acting in a straightforward or honest manner. People who manipulate others are often seen as deceitful and untrustworthy, as they use underhanded methods to get what they want. This type of behavior can undermine trust in relationships and make it difficult to establish healthy and positive connections with others. 6. Refusal to take responsibility for their actions. Refusal to take responsibility for one's actions refers to the habit of avoiding accountability for the consequences of one's behavior. When someone refuses to take responsibility for their actions, it can indicate that they are not trustworthy, as it shows that they are unwilling to admit their mistakes and make amends for them. People who refuse to take responsibility for their actions are often seen as unreliable and untrustworthy, as they do not show accountability for their behavior. This type of behavior can erode trust in relationships and make it difficult to establish positive and productive connections with others. 7. Violating boundaries or breaking promises. Violating boundaries or breaking promises refers to the act of disregarding the limits set by others or not fulfilling one's commitments. When someone violates boundaries or breaks promises, it can indicate that they are not trustworthy, as it shows that they are not reliable or dependable. People who consistently violate boundaries or break promises are often seen as untrustworthy, as they do not show respect for the agreements they make with others. This type of behavior can erode trust in relationships and make it difficult to establish positive and productive connections with others. So, there you have it. 7 signs that you should not trust someone. Trust is a crucial part of any relationship, so it's important to be aware of these red flags and trust your instincts. Remember, trust is earned, not given. So, if someone is displaying these signs, it's best to proceed with caution.